Steam is a current leader in the games industry with almost 70 million active users each day. Aside from being a regular game store, it provides various quality of life improvements, allowing you to customize your profile, collect badges, level up your account, show off perfected games in the showcases displayed on your profile, and much more. This made it so Steam is my favorite of all. Despite that, I still think there are some things that could be done better, and it's honestly surprising that it hasn't been implemented yet. Please share this video so it can reach Valve's employees. I believe that Steam listens to its community, and we as a whole can help them improve their platform even more. The first one is pretty old. Badges are purely cosmetic things you can craft via collection cards earned by playing newly bought games that support this mechanic. They also give you a small amount of XP, which increases your overall Steam level, allowing you to have more friends, display a showcase, etc. Each badge can be upgraded up to 5 times in total, resulting in different looks and more XP earned. Because of that, they not only look cool, but they also provide us with precious XP. So, what's the issue? The problem is that once you upgrade the badge, you can't revert it back. And I don't really understand this decision. Can't we just make every level an individual badge so we can switch its look freely? It would really work better and create even more income for Valve. Because in order to craft a badge, or simply upgrade it, you need to spend money on it. You buy cards off the market, where Steam takes its piece of pie in the form of 5% cut. So, as you can see, Steam clearly earns money from us crafting badges. I'm positive that letting people freely change looks of their badges, by the way they are already paid for, would significantly increase amount of badges crafted, therefore providing even more income for Valve. Take me for example. I have a lot of badges stuck on low levels due to the fact that I like their look the most. I neglect the potential XP earn just to keep it how I like it. And it shouldn't work like that. I even haven't fully upgraded the previous seasonal badge to the maximum level because simply I liked the shark one the most, nor I plan to upgrade the current one despite losing 3800 free XP because again I like the bunny one the most, which is sadly only a level 2 out of 40. It's such a small yet significant change. Before we get to another one, I forgot to mention that it applies to Steam level as well. I would really like to spend my hard-earned money to level up my Steam even more, but I hate how the level 100 and above looks like. It literally prevents me from doing so. Also, I like getting everything matched with my profile, so making color-themed profile may be impossible for some people. The solution is similar. Let people choose any color they want from already existing levels as long as they unlocked it, as well as choose the shape when they hit level 100 and above, as well as let people change their level number not higher than the existing one. So for example, I can have an actual level of 110, but it will show a level 9 for everyone else since I set it like that, with an orange color that normally is tied to level 20 and level 100 shape. What you see now is not possibly normally, but I want to make it real. The second problem with Steam is regarding achievements and perfecting titles. I'm a Steam perfectionist myself. Imagine that you buy a game and you are not able to 100% it just because some achievements are locked behind a paywall in form of DLCs. Not in any moment we, as a customer, are informed whether the title we are about to buy is possible to 100% without the DLCs or not. It is simply unfair practice, as we should be able to 100% the game we spend our money on. In other words, we pay for the game, therefore we should be able to 100% it. Not having the DLC doesn't mean that you haven't completed it. We get the amount of content we paid for, so we should be rewarded for fully completing it as well. The solution is to simply put all the DLC related achievements into that DLC, just like it was a separate game. You get what I'm talking about. You can 100% the base game since all the extra stuff you can't physically do are no longer required. You know that blue ribbon with yellow circle that appears after you perfected a game, right? Just make a separate category and make a new ribbon. For example, make the ribbon purple just like the DLCs are. This is the example of what it could look like. As you can see, we have separate category for perfected DLCs with their own custom badge and separate progress bar with all the achievements included in that DLC. We could also introduce a new statistic to show off. Average DLC completion and perfected DLCs, just like we currently have with games, but for DLCs specifically. I'm sure it would improve the gaming experience a lot, as well as show the player progress even more accurately. The third thing I'd love to see implemented, while maybe not the most essential feature, would still be a very cool addition is giving game developers the option to tie cosmetic rewards to achievements. Right now on Steam, you can unlock achievements in games, and separately you can buy cosmetics like profile backgrounds, emotes or mini profiles from the points shop. But what if some of those cosmetics were exclusive rewards for in-game accomplishments? Take a Pixovior for example. There's an achievement for finishing the final hardest mountain, and there's also a profile background of that same mountain in the points shop. Imagine if that background was only unlockable after earning that achievement. It would give a player a bit of bragging, right? Like a cosmetic trophy for doing something impressive. We could also add cosmetics locked behind 100% completion for the real completionist out there. It would add a layer of prestige to cosmetics, giving player more reason to push for achievements and show off what they're accomplished, not just buy stuff with points. And to be clear, this wouldn't force anything. Developers who prefer to keep cosmetics purely in the point shop or not have them at all could continue doing exactly that. This would just give the devs more flexibility and a way to reward players who go above and beyond. It's a win-win, more incentive to complete games and cooler way to show off your progress. That kind of system would add depth to achievements and make cosmetics feel more earned and not just bought. And that brings me to another idea. What if, in addition to the regular Steam level, which you increase by crafting badges, which requires spending money on cards, there was a separate player level based entirely on achievements? This achievement level could be raised by earning achievements across games with harder or rarer achievements giving more points than simple or common ones. It would still be a purely cosmetic, but it would give player another meaningful thing to chase. It would be a great way to encourage people to explore more games and go for harder challenges. At the same time, it would set Steam apart even more from other launchers when it comes to customization and community engagement. When we're talking about changes that could make Steam more rewarding and enjoyable for players, there's also a more serious practical issue that's really important to bring up, and that's pricing. Despite Steam having a system that's supposed to adapt game prices to local economies, Poland consistently ends up paying more than many countries with higher standards of living. This should not be a case. Steam is pricing games as if $1 is equivalent to 4.5 Polish zloty, which is way off from the real exchange rate. This alone makes every game about 15 to 20% more expensive than it should be before even considering purchasing power. Poland does not have the average income of purchasing power like the US or even some countries listed with much cheaper Steam prices like Germany, and yet we're often paying as much or more. For example, Schedule 1 costs 91 Polish zlotys here and just 26 Canadian dollars in Canada. And that's a huge price gap considering average Canadian salaries are roughly double or more than those in Poland. Using the SteamDB data, we can clearly see that Poland ranks amongst the most expensive countries in the world for game pricing, more expensive than several far wealthier or equally developed nations. And this problem has been brought up a lot. I know it probably doesn't affect most of you, or if it does, then let me know down in the comments telling me which country you're from so Valve can pay attention there as well. I am raising the issue because I'm Polish citizen myself and I really care about better economic adjustment to our country. Okay, so that would be pretty all of the ideas I've got to help improve Steam. If you want those changes, make sure to like and share the video in Steam's threads or forums to increase the chance of being seen by Valve. You can also suggest me more ideas that you would like to see. Normally, I'm a Polish YouTuber, and the only reason I did it in English is that more people could see and understand it. I don't do any English videos, so if you're not Polish, then don't subscribe since it's a Polish channel and this video is only a form of my appeal to Steam. This is my favorite launcher of all and I hope I can contribute something interesting and useful. All we do is wait and hope that Valve will listen to the voice of its users. That's all from me, thanks for watching and see you next time.